Hello and welcome back to another coaching session from LeadershipMentor.com. The last couple of weeks we've been talking about filling human needs in the workplace, and I wanted to do just one more video where we can talk about the need for connection. And I think the importance of the connection element is very obvious in terms of how do we enjoy the job and the work that we do? Do we have friends there? Do we feel valued? Are there relationships there that maybe even go outside of the workplace where you have good friends that you work with as well as spend time with outside of work? And oftentimes when you really get into an organization where you really enjoy what you're doing and you're around people with a lot of similar interests, a lot of those connections happen naturally. But I think as leaders we have to take a look at how can we help facilitate these connections in the workplace. I don't think there's a video that we present that doesn't have the need really for the one-on-ones, and nowhere is it more important obviously than here, where we need to be able to have a connection with our team members, and our team members need to have that connection with us as well. So in our one-on-one, we need to spend time getting to know our team members and allowing them to get to know us. What's important? What do we value? Maybe a little bit about our personal life in different situations that are appropriate. But this is really the core of where those connections happen, is if you can build those solid work appropriate relationships with people on your team, then those connections are going to start to happen. I think we also have to look at the team meetings and along with that team building. They kind of go hand in hand because we talk about, again, in our communication plan, we talk about the importance of regular team meetings, and within that, one of the main components that we want to do is a team building activity. This is where the team gets away from the work that they do. They get together as a team and they can do activities that will help build solid relationships and help them get to know each other better and work together a lot better. So this is another crucial part of making connections within that team. I think having team goals is another area that is very effective as well. If you have a team, a group of people that share in a common goal, that really facilitates the need for them to come together, to work together, and to build solid work relationships in order to accomplish those goals. Less technology. And what I mean by this is, in this day and age, emails and instant messages in the workplace have really taken over communication. And oftentimes we don't even have face-to-face meetings because we can accomplish so much within these emails and instant messaging that we don't actually take the time to meet face-to-face. And so I think less technology, where it allows us to get together and engage with other people face-to-face, is really going to help us and build those connections. And I think a lot of that has been lost over the last 10 years because of the technology that we've gained in the workplace. And then finally, peer groups. And what I mean by that is, these are groups where maybe there's a project or an improvement project or something that needs to happen, where you can be a high-level facilitator of this group, but the group is comprised of peers and they have a goal and objective to accomplish certain things. So maybe they get together on a weekly basis and they solve problems. And it's important to, when we develop these peer groups, that we don't actually have somebody who's in a position of authority necessarily present all of the time. And that's why I use the word facilitator, because we need somebody to make sure that these peer groups are going in the right direction, but not to be involved in the extent that you, in your positional authority, are driving the agenda. So it's important that these peer groups can take place, and maybe occasional visits by the leader or a manager, but the peer groups are there to be more self-directed. And it's through this process of a common goal that they will, again, come together, much like our team goals that we develop. And in this group, there are going to be some really solid connections that are going to take place in this process. So that's really it on connections. I think this one is fairly obvious, but I want to encourage you to start that with the connections that you make with your team members on one-on-one. And then again, look at team building and team meetings to help facilitate that next level as well. I also wanted to mention that we have on our website, we have a full series on effective coaching. And I want to encourage you to go to our website. All you have to do is just share your name and your email, and you'll immediately gain access to this course. So I hope you found that helpful this week, and I will talk to you again soon.